What's going on, everybody? Welcome into TB Sports 27. Happy Saturday. We are streaming live with you on a jam-packed football Saturday. Not only are you guys going to get to watch in real life 8 bowl games, 2 NFL games, as a Broncos fan, cheering hard for the Texans today to beat the Chargers, but we're going to play a little football with you here today. We're going to jump into this Sunday night primetime game with the Rams. Rams are going to go with their Rivalries uniforms. Now, I know, with me, TV Sports, I try to keep it along the rules as possible with my uniforms. You guys know me if you've been watching for the past 10 years or whatnot. I follow the same uniform rules as the NFL, where you can only wear the alternate uniforms. I think they changed it to 4 times now this year. The helmet rule is out the door, but you can only wear the alternate so many times a season. I know the rule with the rivalry uniforms is you can only wear them against division rivals. We're going to open that up here. It's a Sunday night primetime game, and I want to see the Rams blackout uniforms in this game. I've also never played a Sunday night primetime game. I've only played the Monday night game, so I don't know what this graphic package is going to look like. I mean, obviously, I've seen it in pictures around, but I've never actually played a full game with that. We're going to also jump into the cap hell that we are in a little bit here with the Buccaneers. So right now we're watching the Pinstripe Bowl. We also got the Military Bowl, so we're going to be doing some live watching that while we're playing this. And we might even jump in later today. The main event is coming up, the big one that everyone's talking about, the Pop-Tarts Bowl. Number 3 is coming up before you guys know it this afternoon. But for now, let's jump into this very important game. If you guys watched the one that we just had with the Buffalo Bills, how about that controversial finish where the flag was thrown on a 4th and 20? And I don't know, watching back on replay, it didn't seem like they were anywhere close to that being a interference, but we got it. We got the win. Now we got to deal with a tough LA Rams team. I'm going to let the game bring you in, and then we're doing full commentary on this one. Let's get ready. Sunday night prime time with the blackout Rams.
EA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
This is the NFL on EA Sports. We're 10 miles south of downtown LA as you get a look inside SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood. Tonight on Sunday Night Primetime, it's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Los Angeles Rams on Sunday Night Primetime.
Go ahead and say Sunday night primetime a few more times, Mike Tirico. I don't know what that stat line is that says 0. Season records getting cut off, but nonetheless, the graphics are still pretty cool. Again, my first time to see Sunday night primetime. There it is. There's the blackout field. I wanted to see it in-game to see what it looked like. Everything's looking pretty cool. The only thing I'm going to say continues to be strange in Madden is when you're playing the primetime games, Monday night primetime, Sunday night primetime. I don't know about Thursday yet, but you can't see the ticker. The ticker goes away for some reason in this game. So we don't know what any of the teams did till we watch the halftime show coming up here.
The Rams, including a Super Bowl championship winning Super Bowl 56, the number 1 overall pick all the way back in 2009. All
right, Sunday night, as you can see the records, this is a tough Rams team. Now we're sitting at 6-4. Obviously not pretty, but we've only played 2 division games so far. We've only played against the Panthers and the Saints. We still have 4 division games to go, as you guys have seen in real life, and is the same in virtual land. This is not the strongest division in the world, so we still have a very decent shot at the playoffs, even though we're sitting at 6-4. We just got to keep winning games.
Out of the gun, Stafford.
Oh my God, why'd the tackle go? So one thing we got to talk about is I'm looking at a lot of players. We're going to unfortunately have to be cutting a lot of players. If you follow along with TB Sports over on Patreon, patreon.com/TBSports27. I've been dealing with learning how this game works with contract stuff. I'll go into it, then we'll kind of focus on the game a little bit. But if you've watched any of the videos over on Patreon where we've been doing the contract stuff, we kind of boxed ourselves into a corner, and that's because I didn't realize how much. Oh, how about that? And there's a man that does have a contract coming up. And we do want to bring Reddick back, but I don't know if money's going to be a thing. So we have a bunch of people coming up with the Bucks. Again, this is all over on Patreon. And one issue that we're running into is we don't have a lot of cap room. And that's because, I guess, however they do it in real life versus how they do it in the virtual world, with the contracts and how they can move money around and structure contracts and all that stuff, big contracts don't seem to hurt teams as much in real life. I was reading about this with the Kansas City Chiefs. They're paying people a whole bunch of money, big name, a whole bunch of money, but it's not like counting against the cap because of how they're paying them later on and moving them around. By the way, we did make a running back change because Bucky Irving was just struggling a little bit the last couple of weeks, and then we saw Rachaad White come in against the Bills, play really well. So anyway, all that to say, the Bucs are paying their left tackle, Tristan Wirth, a massive contract, $140 million, number 78 right there. Not saying he doesn't deserve it. Obviously, people really like him in Tampa. There's the star right next to his name. But it's a lot of money, and it's costing us with trying to negotiate different people, because it's like a 6-year deal, and he's making $30-40 million a year, which doesn't leave a lot of money for everybody else. So we re-signed Mike Evans, we re-signed Cade Otton to try to keep that offense together. We don't have any money left to re-sign anybody else. And one thing that was not really an issue in Madden 20 or past Maddens, because you guys know I went from Madden 12 to Madden 20 to Madden 25, and here we are in Madden 26. Contracts weren't as crazy in Madden 20 and Madden 12. I thought they were. I went back and watched a lot of my, speaking of contracts, I went back and watched a lot of my Madden 20 videos to just be like, did I forget how to play? Am I not doing this right? And the contracts just simply weren't as high. When you were re-signing guys, especially coming off of multiple Super Bowls, they were only asking for like 40, at the most, like 40. Oh, this is where we struggled against the Bills last week. I'm going to take the points just because we whiffed a lot last week. That really sucks. Looking like the Broncos out here having to settle for field goals. But at the most, like, I think like contracts like were $40 million total. And so they weren't that high. In this game, they're a lot higher. And I went back and realized, well, with Madden 25, I only really had one offseason with the Panthers. And then the next offseason, I got fired. So I didn't have like any true offseason. I went right into Tampa. I played 1 year at Tampa, and then I came to this game. So I really didn't have a whole lot of experience on Madden, the new gen, I suppose it were, the PS5 Maddens, with contract stuff. So this was kind of like my first real foray. And realizing how Madden word stuff, where in real life it's labeled guaranteed money. And so when someone signs a contract in real life, it's, you know, Tristan Wirth, $140 million and $60 million guaranteed, but they're going to split that $60 million, you know, however they split it up. In Madden, it's labeled as a bonus. And I thought the bonus was the guarantee. Like, you give someone a $20 million bonus, that's their guarantee. No, that's $20 million times however many years. So if you give someone a $20 million bonus, you're giving them, in a 5-year contract, you're giving them a $100 million bonus, and it's all split up. You can't say, you know, oh, I got a bunch of cap in year 3, I'm going to give them a bunch, you know, the guaranteed money, or I'm going to pay out, how other teams apparently can in real life. This is what I read. I read all this on Reddit trying to figure out how Madden does stuff versus what I'm doing wrong. So we're kind of screwed in that regard, because I spent a lot of money. I did go in and restructure not restructure, but I edited, after I kind of figured out what I did wrong, Mike Evans' contract. But I put it where he's basically making what he is in real life. So I didn't like screw myself or screw him to make it better. Another weird thing is you make guys like contract offers, and even if they don't accept it, it counts against your cap until you go through the next week. And I don't think that's been a thing in Madden before, and someone can correct me if I'm wrong. But I've made like contract offers to Levante David. Hey, here's the money. And then all of a sudden I'm in negative cap space. Even though he said that contract's not enough, I want more. And then I can't offer a contract to anybody else. So my plan of doing Patreon videos every 4 weeks and doing the contract stuff, basically going to go out the door because of that really annoying thing that they basically, a guy hasn't accepted your contract, and he's even said, no, I'm not going to take your contract, but then you can't contract negotiate with anybody else. I don't know, it's very strange, it's very confusing. I'm very confused, more than I've been in any other Madden that I've played over the last, since 2012, basically. So if anyone has any tips or tricks, and this running game, boy, it continues to struggle the last couple of weeks. Let me know in the chat, let me know in the comments, and go over to our Patreon page and see where we've been struggling, because it's been a mess. And maybe I'll do a little bit of a look live after this game, where you guys can kind of see what I'm talking about. But we don't have a lot of money to spend. The Bucs are spending a lot of money other places. This was obviously before I got here as a coach. And a lot of guys like Reddick, I've already had to pull my contract. I wanted to keep Josie Jewell around. I had to, and what's weird too is sometimes if you pull, like if you stop contract negotiations, you'll get cap money back, like where it says this is your cap. If you say, okay, I'm not going to negotiate, then you get more cap space. And then I'll go to other players and say, okay, I don't want to negotiate with you, and my cap space doesn't change. It still stays where it is. So I've pulled contracts on guys where it's like, okay, I'd rather get the money back, and then the cap doesn't go up, and it's like, well, okay, well that kind of screwed me, because now I would have. Josie Jewell being one of them. So he's going to be, I'm hoping that he won't get signed again, and we can sign him for cheap in free agency. Other guys, as we mentioned, Reddick is the big one, Louis Reddick. I'm torn on him and Levante David. I believe I can only pick one of the two. And obviously David's been a legacy Buccaneer many years, but he's about 5 years older than Louis Reddick is. So it's kind of, which one of those two? Do you take the younger guy? Do you take the legacy guy? And Jameel Dean is the other one who's a corner. I believe it's Jameel Dean. We got ourselves a flag. There's Dean. Speaking of, who's in hot contract talks. Unfortunately, as much as I want to keep him, he's up there in the high 80s as far as his overall. Unfortunately, he's asking for a lot of money, and I have tried to give like different offers and lower offers and play around with the bonus and give like a really high salary but a really low bonus, so it wouldn't so it wouldn't count. Like, it's basically the same contract. He's asking for, I forget the numbers, but I've offered what was equivalent the same amount of money, but I made it all salary and made the bonus like $2 million, so it wouldn't count as much, it seems like, against the cap when I did it that way. But then he got mad and wanted the bonus, I guess because that's all guaranteed money. So he didn't like that. I've tried a couple different deals, but it does not seem like it is getting done. So unfortunately, or maybe fortunately, this is a 4-6 team that is struggling. It does not seem like that as far as contracts go. We're going to be keeping a lot of these legacy defensive players, and maybe it's improvements that we need to make or changes we need to make. The other interesting thing is in a huge 3rd and 18, and well, that's why we need to make the changes on defense right there. Vita Vea, who his career is over, suffered the career-ending injury, and his money is still counting against the cap. And I went in and restructured his contract to push the money down the line, thinking that, okay, his contract's going to be done after this year because it's career-ending. And I did that, and then it counted like negative against my cap. So it screwed me even more. And of course, autosave is on, so I can't do anything. So I'm like, oh my god. So hopefully, once Vita Vea's contract, 'cause that's another big one, is off the books, we can maybe make some moves in free agency. But that's kind of where I am with the contract stuff, and we'll take a little look at it after this game. But it's been tough because there's definitely guys I want to bring back, but I suppose that is how it goes in real life with the cap. That you kind of have to deal with that, and lose players you don't want to lose. I'm sure, the Denver Broncos in real life didn't want to get rid of Von Miller, but look, they got Nick Benito out of it. Okay, so with all that contract talk out of the way, now we are going to focus 100% on this game. Playing Madden today. I may jump on later today. I may jump on after the Pop-Tarts Bowl. Of course I'm watching the Pop-Tarts Bowl. Come on. I'm going to watch that, and I may jump on later and do a Tennessee Volunteers game. I almost brought back Utah Utes. At some point, we are going to bring the Utah Utes back, do a season of that. Of course, the RXFL, we are still prepping that for Season 4. So be on the lookout, as well as SummerSlam is coming up. I just didn't really have time today to do the entire SummerSlam broadcast. Maybe split it up into parts over the next couple of weeks. But if you want to get a little preview of SummerSlam, the opening matchup, Roman Reigns defending the ECW Championship against Joe Gacy and Dexter Lumis in a triple threat Falls Count Anywhere match as part of Saturday Night Heat. That is up right now at patreon.com/TBSports27. Coach Sean McVay, speaking of the RXFL, recently won the title with the Sacramento Rumble. And they got to try to regroup because their backup quarterback, Justin Herbert, got stolen in the RXFL draft. So they have to go with a whole new team. Go check that out as well. It's a 1-hour bonus video up on Patreon. The Season 4 Madden 26 RXFL draft. Every team has been redrafted and new players moving around. So if you want to see what players are on which roster and what teams you want to cheer for coming up in the new RXFL season, that is up right now, a 1-hour video, bonus video up on our Patreon page. Matt Stafford, an excellent drive. And so with the flags, I want to kind of address the flags a little bit because I've been kind of torn on them, but the thing I think we have to get out of our head, or at least I have to get out of my head, yes, they do call a lot of holding penalties because I have the holding slider slid up. The reason I have that up higher is because penalties are not called anywhere else. There's no face mask. You rarely get a pass interference called. You rarely get an offsides or false start unless you're doing the snap count. Unless you're doing that. Nobody jumps offsides. Nobody jumps false start. Nobody does face mask. Nobody blocks in the back. Pass interferences are very rare. So you see a lot of holdings. What the hell was that pass? Oh my God. The thing that I have to say you have to think about is don't think of them all as holding calls. Just think of them as penalties. Most teams are going to get 5 to 8 penalties a game, somewhere thereabouts, maybe a little less if you're having a really good day, maybe a lot less if you're the Kansas City Chiefs. Against the Broncos on Christmas Day, you're just going to get 1 penalty the whole game somehow. But, so I've tweaked with the holding, and I was like, man, there's so many holding calls. But then it's like, we have to pretend they're not all holding calls. They're just quote-unquote penalties because the game does not call any other penalties. I bumped the holding slider up to make it more realistic that there would be, there's a rare penalty to delay a game, but to account for the fact that the game does not count any other penalties, I bumped the holding penalty up to get some more calls. I suppose that means there's not that many defensive penalties. They're all going to be on the offense as opposed to being on the defense. Ooh, good stop. Hopefully they're going to just go for the field goal here. But, yeah, that is going to be the trade-off, that you're not going to see as many penalties on the defense. I have pass interference up high, and it's not going to get called. Face mask doesn't get called, so that's kind of the trade-off, to have a realistic amount of penalties, even though it's unrealistic that they're all holding. I don't know how they can't get this figured out. Billion-dollar company, but, that is what it is. So 3-3 here in the second. Look at those shoes. One pink, one green. Is it like a special cleats day, or what? Or was that a glitch? His shoe just turned black.
We have an injured player for the Rams on the field.
We got some injuries here. Sunday night football. Oh, Mike Tirico. Only 29 yards of offense for Tampa Bay. Durham had a big game in the rain. against the Bills last week. It's going to be a weird era, man. We're coming up over the next couple of years. There's not going to be a lot of teams playing outside in the elements. It's going to be more so college football. You're going to see that a lot. But the Chiefs, the Broncos, the not the Bills actually. They're staying outdoors, but the Browns, the Bears, the Commanders, Tennessee, Jacksonville, they're all getting dome stadiums over the next couple of years. This running game, man. What has happened to this running game? Paying this offensive line $140 million for one guy, and we can't run the ball.
As their offense trots back onto the field. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with 1st and 10.
Nicely done there by David. He's trying to say, hey, give me that contract money. There's only one defensive guy I think we can bring back. We've made Levante David a couple of offers, and he's turned them all down. It's him, Reddick, and Dean. And we can only bring one of the 3. I don't think it's going to be Dean, unfortunately. Josie Jewell also, because he's a free agent. There's Dean coming in, getting the tackle. So I got the Military Bowl on right now at 7-3 Pitt. They just went to a commercial, so let's go to the Bad Boy Mowers Pinstripe Bowl as Matt Stafford sneaks forward for a first down.
Picking up that first down, but this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the first down.
Ooh, what a juke. Holy smokes. Our guy just got embarrassed right there. Ooh.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the
only 3 points to show for it, but Stafford now back-to-back drives kind of moving the ball nicely here. Just barely gets rid of it before getting lit up, and it's going to, because of the pressure we put on. There's Coach Jake Delhomme, 4th year as an NFL head coach. Been a tumultuous time, not as successful as our last couple of coaches we've done since I've been streaming with you guys. We had many successes with, and is that Nakua going all the way? Yeah, Puka Nakua. I guess I should recognize the 12. I was trying to look at the name with the hair, and I'm like, well, I can look at the guy's number. Success with the Broncos in Madden 12 as well as the Lions, winning a Super Bowl there. And then we created our coach to go with in Madden 20, won 3 Super Bowls with the Broncos. But with Coach Jake Delhomme here, we had the hot start the first year with the Panthers and then just lost a bunch of games going down the stretch. Then in year 2, we got off to a very slow start and kind of won towards the end, thought we could save our job. Got let go to Tampa, hot beginning, win a bunch of games, make the playoffs. We lost a bunch of games at the end of the year, including getting blown out by the Carolina Panthers in the playoffs. And here we are, again, kind of middle of the road, struggling.
Here's the Tampa Bay offense. They're going to take over once more. Just the lone field goal for them so far.
And I thought about it. Maybe we got to retire Coach Jake Delhomme. If maybe he gets fired and we try one more team, and if not, maybe we got to start with a new coach, because not happening for Mr. Delhomme. So Buccaneers going to try to answer, and with the running game struggling, we're going to elect to throw it. Let's see. Then we can get a little screen pass, wake up the running game. We made the change to Rashad White, who played well against Buffalo, but it has not worked out so far. I would like some better blocking, 64 or 62 rather. So 3rd and 3.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3.
We're going to try to sneak this one right over the line. You guys notice I don't always do this. I always feel like it's cheating because you don't see the lines in real life. That's just me personally. So when you notice me play, you don't often see me. Oh my God, are you kidding me? I didn't know I was still controlling Baker there. I don't go to the lines because I know it's a video game. I get all that, but in real life, you don't have lines to look at. So I try to keep it as realistic as possible. But that interception hurts, and we've thrown a bunch of them with Baker this year. I don't have the interceptions up that high. They're at 40, I want to say. But boy, oh boy, they've definitely been coming in a lot for Baker Mayfield. And the Rams are, on Sunday night, going to put the Bucs, in a bad way if they make it into the end zone here.
The motion man is Nakua. They'll try to run it with Williams.
Wow, we stuff him.
He's not going to get in. They stop him up short. 2 minutes remaining.
2-minute warning. I like the graphics for Sunday night primetime. They do look nice.
After a short break.
SoFi Stadium, home of WrestleMania 39. Home of the LA Bowl, where Boise State's gotten their butts kicked twice. They didn't get it. Yes, 4th and inches. Are you kidding me with the goal line stand? And they are not going to go for it on 4th and inches. Wow. I probably should have called a timeout. It's too late now, but the Rams just decided to take the points. I think odds would have said go for it, because even if you don't get it, you're giving us the ball back there with 1:09 to go 100 yards, and our offense has not been moving that well. Well, and now look at this. You give us good field position on a kick return, and with 1 minute and 3 timeouts, maybe Baker Mayfield is in business here. Get the offense going. That's what we spent our money on. It was Cade Otton and Mike Evans. You got to get them to come up with big plays here. And boy, I did not see 33 there blended in with the logo. I did not see him at all. And Rams are coming up with a lot of injuries right now.
So the athletic training staff will get a chance to look him over during the break. Throwing on 2nd down, Mayfield.
And there's going to be a flag.
Incomplete. Penalty flag down. Back in the backfield. In the area of holding. They get the center, Graham Barton.
All right, we're going to go wide trail. We got guys going up to the right. Godwin and Evans, I want to say.
A 2nd down throw from Mayfield.
Come on, Mike Evans. Oh, what a catch from Mike Evans. Oh, my God. We'll just take a timeout to regroup. That's why we paid Mike Evans the contract. We know the age. Got some years on him. But it's big plays like that. All right, who we got here? We got sometimes I do have to zoom out to try to, because I'm like, is it Evans? Is it Ibuka? Who am I looking for? I'm looking for Mr. Ibuka here. Oh, and he drops it. And I did that as a possession catch, too. Penn State 3, Clemson 0, by the way, in the Pinstripe Bowl. Oh, I tried to do no huddle, and he didn't go. Should I just take a timeout? No, we still got time. 20 seconds. 3rd down here. Oh, Baker. Look at all the room for Baker. So we got 17 seconds on a 1st and goal. I'm going to try to do the mountain mesh. So if White's there, I'm gonna toss it to him. If not, we're going over the middle. He's there. Oh, but what a terrible... he ran way too far. That was... oh, my God. He was right there. We're going to go curls here. Oh, that was awful. It was right there to walk in And I don't know if the ball got away from Baker or if White just ran too far. But, well, Curls gets it. There's your touchdown as Chris Godwin scores for the Buccaneers. And we keep this close on Sunday night prime time.
The final 2 minutes of the second quarter and the first 2 minutes of the third quarter. Here they are now. They go down and they steal a late touchdown to end the half. Remember, they're going to get the ball first coming out of the break.
Ooh, we are going to get the ball first. So that was big business there to get that. It's too bad we can't get the... I know all the contract stuff. But it's too bad we can't get the MLB stadiums and the college football games. It would be so cool to play a game at Yankee Stadium, Fenway. All right. Well, that makes it a little better. I don't think the Rams are going to do much here with 10 seconds.
Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
Well, they are lining. No, they had us going to cover 4 drop, even though, which made me think they were coming out in a Hail Mary formation. But an interesting first half. Why the clock doesn't just tick down, I don't know. Why we have to call another play. It is halftime. Let's enjoy and watch the halftime show, and we'll get ready for this second half here.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. The season is going by at lightning pace. Week 12 has arrived. It's the weekend before Thanksgiving. Let's get into it. Our trip through the NFL starts now at Caesars Superdome in New Orleans. It's the Saints at home to take on an NFC South foe, the Atlanta Falcons. And this is Demarcus Robinson. One of his 2 touchdown catches in the game coming right here. The Falcons up their mark to 7-4 with this win. Next up, we go to Big D, specifically Arlington, Texas. Check in on the Cowboys. They're hosting the Philadelphia Eagles. And this is Devontae Smith. He was a tough man to pin down all game long. This, one of his 2 touchdown catches. One more to bring you now. Let's go to Vegas, shall we? The Raiders taking on the Cleveland Browns. And here is Jerome Ford. He'll find an opening and take it in. A 6-yard rushing touchdown. The Browns win their 2nd straight as they get the victory here.
So if I can say my one
there you see the rest of the
criticism.
Week 12 with Denver, the
he doesn't need to say this
Miami,
is, here is,
Washington,
this is, here's this. Like every player's this is, here's this. Obviously it's the first year, so they can get this touched up in the many years. It's like, oh my god. This is, here he is, here's this guy, there he is, there's this is. Bucky Irving's not even a starter. I don't know why he's listed there. So you saw, though, that the Falcons won, which is not good for us, because that is who we're competing with for first place. So they now have 7 wins, which makes us needing to get win number 5 even more important. Let's try to get this running game going again.
As we begin this third quarter, this one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the 2 sides.
There we go. That's what we were looking for. Maybe we just do Bucky Irving in the first half and Rachaad White in the second half.
One first down. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. On first down, right back to White.
There we go. Still going. 2 very good runs for Rachaad White. Since we have a 2nd and 1, I think I'm going to sneak a little play action in here.
That's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a
Cade Otton had it. Good one-on-one coverage, but the thought there, I don't want to do anything out of the shotgun.
This secondary, I mean, they just continue to impress me this entire
Let's get
game, Mike. I mean, it just feels like every ball is contested.
Get Bucky Irving in there for a play.
Those windows are tight.
I like to mix my running backs in.
Knocking the ball away, and I just can't say enough about how hard these guys compete.
You had basically a free play on second down to maybe throw it. Didn't work out. Oh, and there we go with the nice run from Irving, and now the running backs are going nuts right now. Do I have any other Bucky Irving plays in here? I like to mix up my formula. There's some. He is in there for some. Let's go. Keep Bucky in there. It's an RPO, but I'm planning to just run it here. I don't know. Abuka might be open. He is. Oh, I pushed the pass button and he did not pass it. I held down circle, and circle was not held down there.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 8. They go play action with Mayfield.
For the first time ever as well, I am debating the AEW pay-per-view, which I know is tonight. Those shows are just so long. As enjoyable as they are, as good as they are so long. And coming off of the holidays, if this was like a 2.5, 3 hour show, fine. But knowing it's going to be a 5.5 hour show, and there's only really 2 matches I'm kind of interested in, which is Okada and Takeshita, and the main event, the Fatal 4-Way for the title. Not really too interested in any of the other matches on the lineup here, which is crazy because I went to the same event last year and it was so much fun. It was awesome. World's End last year in Orlando at UCF, very fun show. But I don't know, we'll see. But there's 10 football games, 8 bowl games, 2 NFL games today. Coming off of the holidays, to try to sneak in a 5-hour show, especially with Wrestle Kingdom coming up. We're going to do a substitute here. That's the other thing, too. You got Wrestle Kingdom. That's going to be like a 4-hour show. Stardom's got a big show coming up. Actually, I think it's coming up tonight or tomorrow, which is going to be a really, really long show. So, oh, my God, and we have a fumble. Oh, man, and that's what was hurting us. So it's been hurting us all year, but that's what was hurting us against the Bills. Oh, man. That was just a clean hit, too.
It's just hard to pull yourself out.
Oh, my goodness. Again, we saw this earlier. That is another thing, another weird thing in this game. They tend to repeat the same stats over and over. The more you play a game, I'm still enjoying it. Don't get me wrong, I am still enjoying this game. But it is very, very far from a perfect game. And that's another I'm going to point out. The weird little things that you would think could be corrected in a patch would take 2 seconds. As many patches as they push out. They do like 10 patches a year. But then they don't fix like that stuff, which is really weird. They're putting all their Ultimate Team crap in. But they will repeat the same stats over and over. For example, the Puka Nacua NFL receiving, touchdown stats. I'm probably going to see that 2 more times throughout this game. There was one game, you can go back in the archives and look at it, where Bucky Irving, every single time he walked out onto the field, it was showing how many stats he had rushing. And it wasn't changing that much. And I think they showed that 8 times when he came out. Oh, and that's a huge sack. Yaya Diaby with the QB sack onto Matthew Stafford. Walked right into it on the play action. And we have kept, the last couple of weeks, we have kept both Josh Allen and Matthew Stafford contained pretty well. And he's still got 210 yards passing, so we can't look at that and be like, oh man, we got him on lockdown. But Fact is, we are in this game, which is good.
The shotgun, it's Stafford.
Oh, and there is Diaby again. Yaya Diaby. Oh my God. Can you do that in real life?
Changes all the momentum. New leader in this
He comes up with a sack and the pick six on the same possession. And the Buccaneers are rolling right now.
You take it back the other way, and now you find yourself with the lead here in the second half.
Stepped right in front of Stafford. I like that. Coach Delhomme pumped up too.
He's got it, and the Buccaneers make the lead
17-13 Tampa Bay.
to 13. Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Rams offense back onto the field for their next possession.
How's Matt Stafford going to respond here after tossing that one?
Begins with 1st and 10.
Right, you gotta love all the copyrighted music playing. It's in the game. They signed the deal to be with the game, but then you get copyright stuff on YouTube. So I try to talk over it as much as I can. Stafford, oh my God, he was kind of dancing around, but I think that one's coming back. And it is. So flag, we're just gonna call him flag. I'm not even gonna call him holdings because we don't have holding in this game. They're random offensive penalties. Like I said, the trade after that is I guess you're not getting as many defensive penalties, but you got to talk to the Madden gods about that. The fact there's no defensive penalties.
Behind the line again.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd down at the 12.
So I guess let me know what you guys think in the comments. Do you like? It's more realistic to have more penalties. Obviously not all holding penalties, but do you want me to keep the holding slider up so that there's a more realistic amount of penalties, or would you rather just have less penalties called and not have as many holdings being called? And we'll look at the sliders too. I'm going to bump up more sliders, see if we get some other flags, but how about that? Going zone on 3rd down, and
even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean,
so we're about to hit halftime. Penn State and Clemson. 3-0 Penn State.
Situation, and now it brings up 4th down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
And it'll be a good return. He's able to get it up past.
See, it was this. They kept showing this every time Bucky Irving would walk out onto the field, like his season stats. They showed it like 8 times in one game, and he's not even on the field right now. So they got to get that fixed.
Off the play fake. It's Mayfield.
Oh, can Durham? Oh my goodness, Durham had it. We've had a couple of near big grabs this evening here on Sunday night. Irving trying to slip right through. Let's go double slant here.
Here's Mayfield. Moving outside the pocket.
Oh, Mike Evans open. Is his X Factor about to explode right now? We're feeling it. We're feeling it right now in Tampa Bay.
They get 24 on that one. It's a 1st down for Tampa Bay.
To come up with, and these are both games that the Bucs lost in real life, the Rams and the Bills. To come up if we can get back-to-back wins. Now, in this game, you saw the Bills were like 3-7. They were not very good. The Rams at 6-4. So these are not the same 9-10 win teams that we're seeing in real life, but it's still to go on the road, like from Tampa all the way up to Buffalo, and then from Buffalo all the way to LA. Try to get some back-to-back wins. I think part of it too, the Rams coming up with a lot of injuries. They have been roughed up in this game here.
2nd and 7.
So I want to try to hit Mike Evans. If he may be double covered, so we're going to have to look at that.
Throwing is Baker.
I don't like it, so we're just going to try to run it. Oh, no, Baker. Yes, there you go. $140 million contract, man. That's why you're getting paid all the money. That's why you're getting paid the big bucks. Whew, that was clutch. We're going to try to just get it in there with Rashad White. Oh, I should have bounced it outside. 4th and 1, you know what? Or 2nd and 1, rather. It's a little OP, but the QB sneak works quite well. But you know what? Everyone in the NFL is doing the tush push, so...
Try to sneak it here,
I don't think a quarterback sneak I've ever seen fail in this game yet.
Baker Mayfield. Touchdown Buccaneers.
What you doing, Baker? Has he got a concussion? Has Baker been concussed right now? He doesn't know where he is on the field. We got to take him in for a concussion test. But we take a 2-score lead as we head into the latter part of this game. Our quarterback might be concussed. Coach Delhomme checking him out. He's giving him a thumbs up, said the kid's fine. Put him back out there. I'm flipping back to the Military Bowl. 14-10 Pitt with the lead, which was one of Notre Dame's best wins. I've gotten into so many discussions, arguments with people. College football is the only sport you do that where everyone complains about the teams in the playoff. And the biggest complaint seems to be Notre Dame. But then it's like you look at Notre Dame, and I'm not a schedule person. Look at the schedule. You play the teams that are on your schedule, but other people, look at the word test is on there. Other people do this to discredit the smaller schools getting in. Like, you know, I'm not going to advocate for Boise State because we saw what happened against Washington, but that's my favorite college team, and they had multiple wins over 10-win teams. But then you look at a Notre Dame, and everyone, not everyone, but Notre Dame fan base is quite unhappy that they were not in the playoff, but they lost 2 games to decent teams, and then they played a bunch of like below 500 teams, and their best win, Notre Dame's 2 best wins were against 8-4 Pitt and USC. And even you look at A&M's schedule. A&M, yeah, 11. They were ranked number 3 in the country at one point, or number 3 in the SEC, whatever it is. And you look at their schedule, they played, like, every single team on their schedule was under 500, Notre Dame, or Texas A&M. Their best win was barely beating Notre Dame. And I mean barely beating Notre Dame. Other than that, they beat a bunch of 1 and 2 win teams. A bunch of below 500 teams. No wonder they went to the playoffs and only got a field goal. All right, 4th quarter here. Rams, Buccaneers. It is 24-13. But Matthew Stafford trying to put something together here on this blackout night.
It's 1st and 10.
Over the next 3 years, more teams are going to be getting their cool uniforms. I like them. Some people don't like them. It's a one-game thing. I think it's kind of fun. What are the Bucs ones going to look like? It's got to have some creamsicle element, right?
Working out of the gun, Stafford.
Good wrap-up tackle. Jake Delhomme looking on like, we got this. We got this. I don't like this this big gap here. Can we? Oh, well, yeah, see, that's what I was worried about. the play we picked, we were playing really off of the center there, and that allowed that easy QB sneak. East Carolina's got a massive big touchdown. Oh, they're going to get called back. Let's switch it up. Let's say it was pass interference offense, since the Broncos had a couple of those on Christmas night. Both of which were insane. Are there any Broncos? The Evan Ingram one was like, I mean, it was nothing. And then the one on Patrick Surtain where the ball was 30 yards over the head of the receiver, and somehow Patrick Surtain, the defensive player of the year, gets called for pass interference on a ball that was that overthrown. Third and 11. And so far, Stafford's not really been able to get the ball down the field too much here. Every time he does, there ends up being a penalty or a flag. And again, they've all just been kind of underneath stuff, but it is going to be a first down for the LA Rams.
Down around the 40. So not quite first and goal. It's first and
What is Go Bowling? The Go Bowling Military Bowl. Is that like an actual bowling chain?
And he'll take this down to about the 7. We have an
Your all-in-one
injured player
resource.
for the Rams on the field. So as they look at the injured player,
Perfect way to bring people together. Family friendly. Is it like... It seems like it's bowling, but maybe like a Topgolf version of bowling. Like it says a family fun version of bowling. Now it looks like regular bowling from the pictures. I should maybe focus on this huge play. All right, phone's down. Levante David, who wants that contract. I don't want to let a veteran of such a degree go. But he's 35. You know, realistically, how much more does he have left? In this game, the players kind of retire a little bit early. Oh, Rachaad White breaking loose. And the Buccaneers, as long as we can kind of keep things how they are, we may be cruising in for a victory here. Finds a nice opening.
Second and 4. Brings up second and 4. From the gun, it's Mayfield.
Chris Godwin.
And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
Drive going real smooth right now for Tampa. Oh, stays on his feet. Okay, this is what I wanted to see. This is the Rachaad White. This is why we made him the starter. He was our quarterback, or rather our running back for last season. Played really well. In this game, Bucky Irving was ranked higher. Went with Bucky. Try to work both guys in when I can, but on the... Oh, and Baker had a wide open Emeka Egbuka on the play action.
They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard.
Well, Rachaad White, at least the last 2 weeks, has played very well. Ooh. We have a flag and another injury on the Rams. They are piling up. It said flag. Maybe they meant injury timeout. Maybe it was a glitch. We are going to cheese this one. We're going to OP and QB sneak here.
Only need a yard, and it's 4th down. They'll run the sneak.
And no problem. I've not seen this play fail yet in this game. We're going to keep attacking. John, I watched Elway. Have you guys seen that yet on Netflix? Very good. Obviously, a 10-part series as a Broncos fan would have been awesome, like we got with the Cowboys and the Buccaneers, but they had to cram a lot into an hour and a half, but it was awesome to relive those memories. I got emotional, man, watching it. I would have liked to have seen more on the 98 season. Again, they only had an hour and a half, so I get it. That's where it's like, man, if you had a 10-parter, because they only really touched on the drive. Like, Elway had so many comebacks, historical comebacks, that they didn't really get to touch on. And then the 98 season was just kind of brushed over. Like, they went from, I'm coming back for one more year, like, right into the AFC Championship game. It was very quick. But overall, it was very awesome. The reason I bring that up is Elway, when he was with Dan Reeves, one of his big complaints, and he said it in the Netflix movie, said we played not to lose. We played very conservative, which is funny enough because John Fox was that same way. Maybe that's why Elway eventually did fire John Fox. But Dan, ow, okay. You know what? We're gonna say respect to you on that stop, and we're just gonna take a 3 point. But Elway, he wanted to attack the ball, and they were playing not to lose with Dan Reeves, where Mike Shanahan let him attack. That's why we're attacking right now, and well, we take the safe field goal now, but we were not playing conservative. We were attacking, trying to get those final points for John Elway. This one's for John. Yes.
They're able to do that here
for John.
On 3 and extend their lead.
And he is stopped around 25. The drive will begin there. There you see
Los Angeles Rams, this season 5, today 3, test. What does any of that mean? What does any of that mean? See, it's like stuff like that. It's like, how's that not been fixed yet with all the patches they've put out? But I guess if it's not Ultimate Team, they don't give a damn. Oh, what a, nope, incomplete. That was incomplete.
It's going to bring up second down.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Now Stafford.
And they're going to get flags. So they're getting killed right now with flags, are the Rams.
And he's out of bounds with the first down, but looks like this one might be coming back.
Still second down.
Now a second down throw for Stafford. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third downs.
Brings up 3rd down.
From the shotgun, it's Stafford. He'll let this
Okay, Dean. Interception.
That is not the way down.
Unfortunately,
He made sure not
because of the money,
get behind him. Third down stop sets up 4th down.
This is one of those
poor guy might
situations
be off the team soon. As much as I want to keep him.
They know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the
They're going
offense
to
go.
challenge Dean again. And again, he swipes it.
Took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Gotta let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs. On the ground, it's White. He did a nice job skipping away from one tackle. Then going forward, gain of 5. It'll be second down. And you will see a timeout used by the defense, stopping it right out of the break. 1:57 to go in the game. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. They'll go again with White.
Look at Rashad White.
And the Bucs are going to have it 1st and goal. He'll take this down to about the 3. Whistles here and a timeout. Defense is going to take this one with 1:51 to go. Here's a chance to put this game away. First down.
Do we run it out? Do we punch it in? I mean, for a confidence builder, I say we try to just keep getting as many points as we can.
But only a yard
Rams fall to 6-5 here. We are going to look at some contract stuff. Won't spend a lot of time, but
One more time. Trying to push the pile forward, but he's not going to get in.
well, I guess with that we let a lot of the clock run down. I don't know why we struggle running the ball for like a couple of yards here.
Absolute must stop defensively. It's third down.
Oh, nobody like. You know what? I say the same thing. I say go for it. If we don't make it, they get the ball way back. They're not scoring 2 touchdowns that far back. If we win it, then we pretty much clinch it. It's just frustrating. It's the same thing against the Bills, where we were at the goal line like twice and we couldn't get it in. There we go. And that is a monster victory on prime time, because I don't think we had won any of the prime time. The 2 Monday night games, I think we had lost both of them. I'd have to go back and look. But Rachaad White, yeah, the 4th time finally. And I wasn't sure the decision to go with Rachaad White over Bucky Irving this week. At the beginning, didn't seem like it was going to pay off, but sometimes guys, despite their rating, just perform differently. And Bucky Irving is, I think he's almost a 90 in this game. Rachaad White's an 83. But I just feel like I don't know. At least the last 2 weeks, we're running the ball better with Rachaad White. And we will not complain, which may be one of our best wins I think we've had all year, because most of our wins have been very, very close wins. I will not complain about a 34-13 win here.
And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Rams offense ready to get back to work. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10.
And we're just going to go cover 4 zone for these last 20 seconds to rewind this clock down.
Here's Stafford.
And Stafford just sitting all day in the pocket, and eventually is going to go down with no timeouts left if you're the Rams. I don't know why you don't just end the game here. They're going to bring everybody back. This is how Pat Bryant got killed in the Broncos game, was the Broncos were doing this without a chance to win. And they've already had a lot of injuries too. And Stafford again is just sitting there all day. Finally, if I can get my joystick going. Stafford takes 2 unnecessary shots at the end of the game. And the Buccaneers, we are going to win this one 34-13.
And it was their defense that led the way as they pitched a shutout in the second half. No points allowed, and they cruised to victory.
Handshake for Sean McVay, and very quick handshake for Sean McVay and Jake Delhomme. But there was the game clincher. I mean, it was pretty much clinched at that point, but the 4th down run, the dive from Rachaad White into the end zone. Here's the pick 6 from Yaya Diaby, and that was really the one that kind of cemented the game after Stafford had the really long drive. A drive or 2 before that one. But Tampa Bay is going to win this. Matt Stafford, I mean, he threw for 284, over almost 70% completion percentage. So you can't look at it and be like, man, he didn't do good. But he was 28 of 41. Baker Mayfield 16 of 23. Rushing, Rachaad White ended up with 24 carries for 97 yards. I will take it. The Rams only rushed the ball 9 times for 25 yards. Chris Godwin, pretty good there. Pretty much it was the Chris Godwin show, actually. And then everyone else, not really a whole lot. Mike Evans was 66 yards because he had that one big, massive catch. So there you go. So let's look at some contract stuff real quick. And then we will do the final the Chris Hansen show. Scott Hansen, Chris Hansen, one of the Hansens. Which is the Predator and which is the not? Ooh, the Cardinals. The 0-11 Arizona Cardinals. Oh my goodness. So what's the playoff picture looking like? We are not in right now. If the playoffs started today, we would not be in. That's where we got to get the focus going, because look at Arizona. Oh my goodness, 30. They are down there. And again, I'm a Cardinals fan, so I know it's been bad. But look at the 20s and the 30s, and we're 31st in opposing rush yards. Feels like we usually do pretty good. I don't know. But we're third in rush yards. I mean, we're making a change at running back, and we're third. And then as far as where we are, there's the injuries, Vita Vea, toast. But there you see where we are. Basically 2 games back. We still have a game with the Falcons. Still got 2 games with the Panthers. A game with the Saints. So a lot of time to make up some room. Cardinals at 0-11, so we cannot suffer a first defeat. Jackson Dart, your leading passer, with 3,000 yards, nearly 3,000 yards. Unbelievable. What big news we got going on? Brian Daboll has lost the locker room. QB battle. I kind of like this little thing because it shows a little bit more. You see Rico going for 113 on the ground. Jalen Hurts, Devontae Smith, 193. Goodness me. Look at the Chiefs, 5-6. Drake May, fantastic day, as did Jackson Dart. And that is where we are sitting. So we got some awards apparently, and it was Diaby, and it was all off of that one possession. The sack, the interception, and the touchdown. 2 plays within like a play of each other, and that was enough to win the Defensive Player of the Week. So let's do this breakout scenario here. Then we'll look at the contract stuff, and then we'll do the final video, the wrap up the week, and we'll end it there.
When a player takes a step towards stardom, coaches step in to drive him the rest of the way.
Yeah, Diaby showed flashes last game. What are your expectations moving forward? Keep it going. Easy, above average, high, very high. Let's go above average. Let's see what we can get Mr. Diaby to do. 3 tackles for a loss for an upgrade. Okay, is that going to be possible? I don't know. That might be hard, but we will see. So let's go to this negotiation screen where, again, that's where you can see we're sitting in a negative cap room. I guess we're going to have to maybe cut somebody else, but I don't know how we're in negative room, because I was able to make... And is it because this contract, like, I'm technically in negotiations with Levante David, is what's putting me in negative room? That's the only thing I can think of. Which I don't think was a thing, or if it wasn't in Madden 20 for sure. But that's where I've kind of been getting all messed up, where I can't even negotiate with anybody else because I'm in negotiations. Whoever makes the first deal, I want to sign them. I either have to pull a contract or keep fighting with one guy, and apparently that's not how it works. That's how it's worked in the past. But if you go to the GM, and you can, again, we'll look at the salaries here. Where we're running into the most trouble is this contract, which was signed, in real life. See, here's where we are in 2025, and we are looking fine. But then as you go into next year, his contract goes from $11 million to almost $40 million. And then this contract, Luke Goedeke, again, offensive line, fine. I guess Baker's not getting sacked that much, which is great. His contract goes from $2 million to $22 million. Vita Vea, this should hopefully come off the books. Then Chris Godwin jumps from 12 to 33. Like, all these contracts, I don't know if that's how it is in real life, or they structured them to be like back-end contracts, but that's where we're getting to be toast in real life here. Here's the one we signed with Mike Evans. where we had to kind of edit it a little bit, and then the Cade Otton one. So that's where we're getting hit a lot. And I wish they would show you the 2026 cap. Like for 2025, we should have, we have 50 million in room to play with this year, but then it doesn't show you 2026, which is kind of what we're fighting with and in trouble. So if we go to the negotiations, if I go to Levante David, is this where, I mean, as much as I want to bring him back, I think there's literally nothing I can do, unfortunately, for as much as he wants. He wants 15 million, and we obviously just don't have it. I submitted a 1 year, 13 million, and he said no. So if I go less than that, he's not going to take that. So he wants more. I think we got to say goodbye to Levante David, as much as I hate to say it. But he is 35. And, you know, what year is he on in his career? But he wants 15 mil. And unfortunately, I think we have to put that money towards Reddick, wherever he is. Yeah, Hassan Reddick. Because he's only asking 10 million. And then unfortunately, I don't know. Jamil Dean, he's only asking for a 1 year. Well, let's see. Unfortunately, we got to say goodbye to... Now, this is where I get confused, because I should be able to get this money back and have to play around with. But I know your reinterest is big. He only wants 1 year, but... we just don't... like I said, I offered... There you see, in proof, I offered 13.5 million, and he said no. And I literally could not offer him any more money, or I'm going to be above the cap. The only way is if I make, I think, the bonus lower. Because there I can get to 13 million. Well, no, it's going to be the same situation. No, he don't want it. So we're going to, unfortunately, a Buccaneers legend, we're going to have to say goodbye. And then you see, I don't get the money back. My cap room got worse. So I do not understand. Somebody please let me know in the comments. Like, how am I not... I just literally ended negotiations with a Buccaneers legend, and I don't have any money. And I got worse into cap debt. Like, I can't even make this offer. So I don't know how any of this works. Well, I guess I'm just gonna, like, if I start pulling other people that I know I'm not gonna re-sign, do I get any of that money back? Like, I'm not gonna, I guess I won't sign you. I didn't get any money back. I didn't get any money back. I don't know. I do not know what to do. Like, why did I lose? Why was I able to negotiate with Levante David and have enough cap room to make a $15 million offer? But then as soon as I ended negotiations, I lost. I went into negative again. And unfortunately, I'm going to have to, like... do I even have money to sign anybody in the next season? It's got to be a lot of rookie players. Like, how do I not have any cap room for any of these guys? That's where I'm confused. I want someone to help me in the comments. Because it does not make any sense. And I wish it would show you next year. Do I just turn the cap off? Do I just say screw it and turn it off and just try to sign a couple of guys? Or, like, that's where I've gotten really frustrated with this, because it makes, to me, it makes absolutely no sense. Especially in that situation where I say, okay, sorry, we end it with Levante. We were able to offer Levante David a $12 million contract, which he didn't accept, and we would still be okay with the cap. I end negotiations with him, but then I can't offer a $12 million contract to any of the other two guys that I want to bring back? Like, how does any of that make sense? And then it doesn't show me, like, 2026 or anything. But the problem is, the biggest contract in 2025 was Baker. And then in 2026, it's like, holy smokes. And hopefully, again, you know, Vita Vea is going to be out of there. But, man, we're paying Chris Godwin $30 million? Is that what people make? Oh, Baker's is up there, too. And his contract's going to be due, so he's probably going to be asking for a lot. And these are all the guys that we didn't re-sign. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 guys, and we're still, like, in cap hell? And it, like, again, it doesn't show you what the 2026 total is, I guess, unless you go to the screen. Like, I don't want to end negotiations with him, because if I can sign him, well, he wants $19 million, which I don't have. Should I just end it with Dean and try to just put all my focus in? But I'm not getting any money back if I end the negotiations with people, is the weird thing. Like, I want to bring back Reddick. I have enough money, I would think. But I haven't started negotiations with anybody, so why is my cap, like, bonkers? And again, it doesn't show you... Let's see. Let's look. Let's Google this while we're here. Madden 26. How to see future cap spending. Reddit. Maybe I just post this video on Reddit and I say, okay, look at the end of this. Why was I able to offer Levante David a contract? I don't know. It's very confusing. I don't know. Maybe we just have to cut all these guys. Maybe that's how it's got to go. All right, I'm going to do this final weekly recap, and then we will maybe come back later. So, see you guys. Let me know. I'm confused. Let me know in the comments.
2/3 of the season has come and gone. I'm Scott Hansen, and your weekly recap for week number 12 is up now. Lots to get you caught up on. We'll start at SoFi Stadium. The Rams at home to take on Tampa Bay. And it's the Tampa Bay defense coming up with the big play here. They force the errant throw, it's picked off, and they've got room, they've got blockers, and no one's gonna get him. Touchdown. The Bucs are back to within a game of 500. They move to 5-6 with the win. Up next, another intriguing matchup. And it's JJ to JJ. McCarthy finding the all-world wideout, Justin Jefferson. That's a perfect throw down the field, 33 yards for the score. The Vikings win their 4th straight as they get the victory here. One more to bring you up. Let's go to Arlington. The Cowboys taking on the Eagles. And it's the elusive Jalen Hurts. He had it working every which way. This, a rushing touchdown. He also had 3 passing touchdowns. So that'll do it for us. Hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving weekend. Until next week, Scott Hansen in Orlando, good night from all of us.